Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, here for some more Minecraft bingo testing, and I've got someone new today.
Yes, hello, it's me, LZ.
We've got LZ, and so we are testing out some of the new items I have added for an upcoming release of Minecraft Bingo. And so we've just randomized the map. We've got some new items on here that we might talk about as we get started, but are you ready to play?
Yes, I am, although I'm pretty certain that I'm gonna lose, but it doesn't matter.
That's right. It's all for fun and testing to kind of
Yeah.
like see how this is working out. Yeah, and so as we start the game, assuming that we don't get killed on spawn, which still happens sometimes,
Okay, when does it happen? When gravel like drops or
it seems to be random. I don't know. Spread players doesn't
okay.
seem to quite work. And
Yeah,
I
okay.
saw from I got spread underwater. That's a new one.
Oh,
But I can swim to the surface. I'm okay. Um, yeah, and then I saw that apparently they're not going to have like a new snapshot again for like another 3 weeks or something. So
yeah, yeah, I saw that too, yeah.
it'll be a
And
while.
mm, but isn't there like I saw one more snapshot in the thing.
We're currently playing on 20B, but I think there's a couple 21s. Game start, go.
Yeah.
There's a couple other newer snapshots, but I just haven't done any testing in those snapshots and not unfamiliar with the set of bugs in those, so I'm
Okay,
just
yeah.
sticking to something that I know that works while I'm trying to do some more
Yeah.
development. But in any case, LZ, I know you mostly because I've seen your comments on my videos for a
Yes.
while, but I don't know a whole lot about you, and so I guess just to start things off, like, how did you first like learn about me, and how long have you been watching any of my
Yeah.
stuff?
That is something that I just recently thought about, actually. I don't know. Um, quick answer, no, but it might be from Mac, like a lot of your viewers. Mac on YouTube, you probably know him, like the viewers. And yeah, I don't know. Sometime I just found you, and it's been like a few years now that I've been following your channel.
Yeah,
And
I remember seeing your comments for a long time now,
yeah,
and
and
so
yeah,
yeah, and as a result, yeah. So and then you recently, mailed me, and you're like, hey, if you need more Minecraft
yes,
bingo testers, and I was
exactly.
like, here is a person that I know and have interacted with in the past,
Hmm.
and I'd also seen, um, yeah, it's often the case that when people comment a lot, like occasionally I'll go and take a look at what they're doing on their channels,
Hmm.
and that was around a time, I guess this was a few weeks ago, but you'd made some kind of video where you're doing like
Yeah.
testing of minecart speeds or something.
Hmm. Exactly. Which is already outdated, I think, because they reverted the minecart physics to how they were,
I see. But in any
which is a
case,
bummer.
yeah, I enjoyed your testing methodology because in
Hmm.
general, we all know that Brian likes Minecraft science. And
Yeah,
so it seemed like you were doing some science, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
this is cool stuff.
exactly.
Um, yeah. And so now we're playing bingo.
Yes, perfect. I'm very happy to be here. Like it's still something, I'm a small channel and I haven't been like very active and consistent on my channel. I'm just having fun, and you're like a big channel for me. Like in
Hmm.
comparison to a lot of YouTubers, you're not you wouldn't probably call yourself like a huge YouTuber, but still, I mean, you have a substantial amount of viewers, and it's pretty cool to record with you.
I have gotten lucky over here and found a dungeon because I heard some zombies right below the surface. And so perhaps this will give me something exciting.
Hmm.
Oh dear, here's what it's giving me. It's giving me damage through the wall.
That's good for
It
me.
is apparently a spider dungeon. And
Oh,
just
and they
like
glitch through.
yes,
All
just
right.
like I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
Etho in the recent Minecraft UHC,
Mm-hmm.
because these spiders are totally getting me just the way that they were getting Etho.
Like
Um,
through the corner, or I didn't watch his perspective.
it's basically I'm like in. I was coming in through the top of the dungeon, and
Okay.
I just had a one wide opening,
Mm-hmm.
and it was still the case. Hey, there's something I need. It was still the case that the spiders were able to kind of like glitch through and get to me, even though the opening was only one wide, and I was standing a little ways back from it.
Okay. Yeah, spiders are always like
Yeah, spiders are the
kind of.
glitchiest mob. I actually,
Yeah.
in Minecraft Bingo, like, there's a whole mess of command blocks that interact with the mobs because whenever you
Okay.
update the map, such as I will do now to go
Yeah,
ahead
yeah,
and
you posted the video about that. Yeah.
right,
I saw
basically it
that.
teleports you somewhere and then teleports you back, and so in
Mm-hmm.
order to not have all of the mobs despawn, well, like the
It
mobs are
makes
going to
them.
despawn anyway, and so like I do all kinds of crazy things to like try to remember where all the mobs are and then respawn the same mobs back in the same locations and
Okay.
different things. And it's a giant mess, and the spiders were especially a big mess because if you respawn them in the same location, they tend to have their legs glitching into the wall and start suffocating and dying, and yeah, I had to do all
Okay.
kinds of crazy workarounds. It's silly.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine that it's like tons of programming. Was it like difficult for you to, or did you have to like learn this new programming language, or is it like much easier than regular?
The command blocks are there's a rather small set of finite commands. I don't know. There's probably only like 20 or 30 of them that you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so, in some respect, there isn't a whole lot to learn there. What is so I have a background in software engineering, and I worked as a
Yeah.
software developer for many years, and so I'm familiar with programming in general. Doing programming in Minecraft with command blocks is definitely a little different from the perspective of um, you have to, in addition to kind of like writing the code to do things, you also
Yeah.
have to work in three-dimensional space to kind of
Mm-hmm.
like have your command blocks put together
Yeah, true. Yeah.
and in order to write a sequence of commands that want to run in order, like you typically have to organize the command blocks in order and then
Mm-hmm.
like fill a row of blocks with redstone to activate them in different things. And so there are some different challenges that you get in kind of
Mm-hmm.
Minecraft command block programming than you do in kind of
Mm-hmm.
normal stuff.
Yeah. But
Um,
is it like a programming language? I haven't really looked into the command blocks.
I would not quite describe it as a programming language. I would more
Yeah.
describe it as a set of kind of like single things that you can do, and then you can kind of string them together with redstone. When I think of languages, I think of things that have more control structures and if then
Mm-hmm.
else and doing loops. And for the most part, all that stuff like if then else and loops and different things are things that you just do with redstone and and gates and different kinds of things that you could do
Mm.
in normal
Yeah.
Minecraft already, in survival
Yeah.
mode with redstone kind of things. And the commands
Yeah.
are just to do things like detect different items in the player's inventory and clear it out and
Mm.
update the
Yeah.
scoreboard. So,
Okay.
so yeah, that's for me. I have was a programmer in the past, and I'm now doing more of the YouTube stuff. How
Yeah.
about you? You've been saying I saw on your channel recently that you're going to be trying to make videos each day this month. Are you a person who
Exactly.
has gotten out of school and as a result has more time, or what's your story?
Exactly. That's the case. I was in, I guess you could call it high school. It's not. It's different here in Austria with the school system.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we have something that's called gymnasium. Like first it's
Right.
elementary school, and
Right.
then this gymnasium, which is 8 years after the 4 years elementary school. And I did that, and I graduated from that. And now,
Congratulations.
yeah, thank you. And then after that, we have something that's called civil service. I don't know if you saw that on my in my any of
That I
my
didn't.
videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you can do either military service or civil service. I went for the civil service. That's how it's called here anyway. And like you can work at different institutions. You have to, every like male person has to do it. It's like a very old-fashioned thing,
Mm-hmm.
which still is here practiced in the country, or how do you say it? Doesn't matter. You understand what I mean.
Yep.
And so I worked at the blood donation service from the Red Cross.
Oh, that sounds cool.
So yeah, so I saw tons of blood, and and yeah, but it wasn't really exciting. It was quite boring work actually, and I didn't enjoy it too much. But now it's over. I finished it in April, and now I've got 5 minutes. Not 5 minutes, 5 months, almost the same, of free time. here before I'll start studying at university.
I see. Nice. So yeah, it's definitely nice to have free time. After I quit my job, like I was worried that I would get bored quickly,
Mm-hmm.
and it turns out that
Nope.
yeah, basically I enjoy having the free time, and yeah, it's given me more time to, I don't know, create and do things,
Yeah.
like we're doing here now with bingo.
Yeah.
And so it's definitely been fun, and being someone, yeah, with the software development background again, like
Mm.
I have a lot of creative opportunities, that, and obviously, YouTube video production or whatever. I have a lot of outlets where I can uh, have fun making things.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's definitely nice to just kind of be able to work on your own schedule and do that kind of stuff. So I hope that you enjoy this summer.
Yeah, I will, because it's always like when you only have free time and you have nothing to, like, no project or anything that you go after. I can imagine that it can become boring, but if you have something, like you have your YouTube thing that you do, and I also have that, which I'm not as active as you are, but I still do it. And then I also plan on doing a trip, which I am training for. It's going to be a trekking trip, and I'm going to be training for that. And so I do a lot of, well, a lot of, but quite a lot of hiking and outdoor activities now to train for that. And so I'm always busy, and I have to get some vaccinations and stuff like that.
I see.
So yeah,
An outdoorsman.
yeah, exactly. That's what I like to do. I'm actually planning a trip to the Himalayas.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Trekking
Neat.
there for like a month.
That is, yeah, that sounds like some serious work.
Yeah. And so it's not going to be too many like meters in altitude change that we are going to be walking, but it's going to be at a very high elevation. So
Oops.
that's going to be extra exhausting
Right,
because of that.
right.
And I'm going to, yeah, every bit of additional, I don't know how you say it, stamina, is that a word?
Yes, stamina.
Yeah, is good, I
Right.
guess.
And do you do like training like at elevation as well, or
Yeah, that only works when you do it like at the maximum of 4 weeks before you actually start the trip, or otherwise
I
it
see.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, is there
So I'm
something, is
gonna,
it like, does it actually like change like the way that like your blood carries oxygen or something
yeah,
when you do that?
yeah. I mean, I think you produce more red blood cells. That's the thing,
I see.
and you have more red blood cells to carry more oxygen, because those are the things. The hemoglobin is what it's called in German. I don't know
Yeah,
how you call it in
hemoglobin, yeah,
English.
still in English
Yeah,
too, yeah.
that's the thing that it's in the red blood cells, and that carries the oxygen, and so you get more of that.
Neat. Yeah, that's kind of like the very full extent of what I know about, I don't know, mountain climbing and altitude kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's not too much to it. I actually know someone who has been on some expeditions like that, and he says like altitude or mountain medicine is not so difficult. It's basically these things and a few things that you have to be careful of. You have to walk slowly and you have to drink a lot, but that's kind of not too hard to do, I guess.
Right.
Now I can't find a cave here, which is not good.
I see. I found at least a small one here where I'm getting some initial iron. I only
Yeah, I
just
need
now
iron.
kind of, yeah, looked at the map to try to put together any type of strategy. And I see at least a plausible diagonal that I may go for.
Okay.
And let's see, the apple isn't on this one because it's got the gold ingot. Yeah, I definitely, it's going to be interesting for me. One of the, I guess, it'll probably still be an advantage, but less of one, that I've always had against other players when I've been testing, is I would know all of the items. But now that there are more items available, more items to pick from, and each card has a different set of items on it, I can't just like, have memorized, here's the 25 items and I'm just going to start going for all of them anymore. Like now I need to actually look at the card,
Yeah.
um, and think about strategy more. And so that'll be interesting for me.
Okay. That's good for me. Creepers are kind of different to fight with the lag situation.
I see,
Ah,
yes.
yeah, quite different.
Yeah, Austria, I can only imagine, yeah, what the latency is that you are getting right now.
I'm getting pretty well. It's not too bad, but it's not very good, the lag, but it's all right.
All right, let's see. I need to craft a thing, and it seems like the zombie I'm hearing is not in a cave over here, but rather up on the surface above me, I think.
Man, I have not found a single cave entrance.
That is unlucky.
Yeah, but
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, I'm seeing one of these like weird tall birch tree forests where the birches are like twice high.
Yes. I don't think, do you know, can you grow them that way, or do they only just spawn kind of naturally
No,
in the forest that way, I think?
I think they only spawn like that in the forest. I think so. I don't know though.
Right. Yeah, because it would be kind of weird. Like, that was one of the things. Oh, no!
Oh, I didn't see that. It like the message showed up in the chat and then all right. Okay, so yeah.
Welcome to Lagsville.
But I guess yeah. That's what happened. What happens?
All right. This cave didn't seem, or what little of a cave there was here didn't seem to go anywhere, so I'm going back up to the surface, and so I can see that it is still nighttime, and so I wish you the best of luck trying to
Thank you very much.
recover at night.
Need that, yeah. It's definitely the case that when I'm talking to someone else that I'm much worse at gameplay.
That's definitely a thing. Okay,
So,
that doesn't seem to be an
yeah.
item, but that is... Let's see.
Oh, this
I
is
need to update my map again.
something that I can take.
All
And
right.
so you also like hiking, is that correct?
I've done a little bit of hiking. Like,
Okay.
I tend to more, yeah, like, I've done more, I guess, kind of nature walks, I guess you would call it, as opposed to hiking. I guess kind of like less strenuous, but more just
Okay.
outdoors, enjoying
the-
walks and different scenery and different kind of things. Yeah, in terms of my own kind of like personal hobbies or whatnot. But yeah, hiking is something that I would probably do more of if I had more friends who were interested in it. I do have one friend who likes
Yeah.
to go hiking, and I do find that I live in an area where you don't have to travel very far to go hiking, and so I can
Yeah.
go like drive for half an hour and get to a number of different hiking spots. But still, as just a type of I'm the type of person who tends to just like kind of keep to themselves in the house. Oh wow, I got an egg. An egg is a new item. Neat.
Oh, true, yeah.
I wonder if that will help me. I tend to keep to myself and kind of like stay in the house unless it's the case that I have other people to like go out and do things with. And so yeah, having more friends that were more interested in that would probably
Yeah.
get me out and do it.
That
a
is
bit more.
something, yeah, that's a little bit difficult. For example, I like climbing, and like all those kind of things are not so popular, especially in my age group. And yeah, so that's also a reason, something that's keeping me back. But luckily, I found someone who likes it, who may join me on my trip. I'm not sure if he can actually do it, but I can understand what you said there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you, like, have you been like high up on peaks and
I guess I have been on a few mountain peaks. I went, I guess it was last summer in Colorado, went to Pikes Peak, where basically actually went on
Yeah.
like a biking excursion down the mountain,
Okay.
where basically people drive you up the mountain on vans with bicycles on top or whatever, and then you get on the bikes and get a chance to ride down the mountain.
right.
Which
Yeah, sounds fun.
is mostly downhill. Yeah, it's like 90 to 95% downhill or whatever, with a few uphill
Like
stretches
on
or
a
whatever. And so
paved
it's,
road or
yeah,
like
it's like
mountain
on a
bike?
paved
Yeah,
road or
okay.
whatever. And so it's easy enough to do that you don't need like training or whatever to do it. Like if you're in any kind of reasonable fitness. you can do it. So I've done things like that just around where I am here in the Pacific Northwest and Seattle area or whatever. Like you can also, drive an hour or two and get to various mountains. My inventory is all filled with stuff I don't need. And so I instead would like to have it filled with stuff I do need. And so on occasion, I've gone to some mountains around here, either for doing skiing, which is something that I actually didn't do that this winter. But usually, I don't know, once or twice during the winter, try to get out and go skiing. As well as usually kind of like, kind of nature walky kind of stuff up in the mountains.
Yeah.
But I've only done that a handful of times.
Okay. Yeah, because you asked me earlier if I plan on doing any altitude training. But the thing is, it's quite hard to do that because we don't have so high peaks here. That high. Like the highest of Austria is like 3,700 something, 3,800 almost meters. Sorry, I don't speak feet.
Right.
So I don't know. It's about 13,000 feet or something, I think. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that still, sounds pretty high to me. But then again, I'm a person who grew up in Central Florida, which is like one of the flattest, lowest places in all the world. Like the entire state of Florida, like doesn't have any altitude more than 500 feet. And I grew up in a place that was, I don't know, like a half an hour drive from, what was it called? Bach Towers is a place that is near, I forget, they call it like something mountain or something. I don't remember. But basically its elevation is like 66 feet. And it is near land that's like 40 feet in elevation on average. And so like the quote unquote mountain is like this like 20-foot hill. But because the land is so flat, it is the case that if you're on top of like this mountain or whatever in Florida, it's still the case that you can see for a long distance just because it's just high enough to kind of like see over tree lines kind of things. So in any case, moving out to the Pacific Northwest and like seeing mountains on kind of three sides of you wherever you look on the horizons out here was definitely eye-opening for me. And I imagine, living in Austria, even though you say that there aren't that big of mountains, like, that definitely sounds big to me. So I guess it's all relative depending on where you're from.
It's very relative, yeah. We have a lot of tourists from the Netherlands, for example. And I don't know. Yeah, and for them it's like, I know someone from Germany visited someone that I know, and he said like, wow, it's like Himalaya here.
Exactly.
Which was quite fun. I was like,
cool. I don't believe this. I've never seen this happen in normal Minecraft. So there's a witch hut, and I already made a cauldron, and so that's a waste. But there's actually a witch that spawned in it during the daytime. And so there's actually a witch on my screen who just came out of the witch hut. And I've never, other than turning a witch hut into a witch farm, which I've done on multiple occasions, like I've never actually seen a witch hut just naturally spawn a witch in just, walk up to the witch hut and there's a witch in it kind of Minecraft play. And so that was very interesting for me. A lot of people who are watching me play are probably wondering what my strategy is, and I kind of haven't been having one because we've just been having kind of fun chatting. I think I know which items I want to get. Now I'm just trying to look for a cave entrance.
Oh, you're on the surface. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really surprised. I'm always, when you watch UHC, you're like, do this, do that. When you watch the players, and then the players say, the YouTubers, they say, it's not that easy when you play actually yourself. And I'm like, yeah, I guess, but you could have done that. But now I see.
It's amazing. Yeah, for people who haven't done it, the act of simply just trying to talk about anything while you are trying to play the game, like it really does use a fair number of brain cycles. That you wouldn't expect, and makes things a whole lot harder.
Yeah, I'm especially someone, I like to concentrate on one thing and do that. But yeah, see now I wanted to craft something, but it didn't work out. I like to concentrate on one thing and do it, but I'm bad at like doing several things like side by side. That's one thing that I'm very bad at. And I want to craft this. So yeah, sorry to my viewers that I'm that much of a unorganized person in this video. It's all right. Yeah, and
Sorry, I neglected. I've got a bucket sitting on my hotbar that I've had here for forever, and I was just on the surface. And before I hopped in a cave, I had many opportunities to fill the bucket with water. Did not do so, and then went down into a cave, and the first thing I encountered was lava.
lava
Like,
lake.
no.
It's Minecraft gets you. It always gets you.
So I at least grab a lava bucket, so I have it as a weapon potentially.
I didn't bring enough torches or enough wood. That's what I want to say.
I see. That mistake is unforgivable.
That's
You're out of YouTube. You've been kicked out.
I just wanted to. I'm just gonna dig straight down. Is what I thought, and maybe I'm gonna find a cave. But yeah,
I always I've tried that strategy on numerous occasions, and it's backfired on me so many times that
digging
I
straight
really
down,
try just like digging for a cave at all, like just not entering a cave and instead digging for one rather than finding one that you either hear underground or see an entrance to. Of course, this cave has been entirely shallow, and I can't get any of the resources that I need to get, so I'm gonna have to look elsewhere. Another thing that I've been meaning to ask you and forgot to ask you even when we were talking earlier, LZmiljoona?
Yeah.
Is there a story behind these letters and words? Because I don't know what any of that is.
I think I've talked about that in one of my videos. It's not a very exciting story. I found a mega tiger. Woo.
In that case, I invite you to bore all of us.
All right. So a long time ago, there was a man. No, I'm kidding. It's L and Z is the first and the last letter of my name.
That was my guess. Okay, right?
Yeah, my my first name. That's how I say it. Yep.
Yep.
And miljoona is a million in Finnish.
Okay, Finnish.
Yes.
Is this another language that you speak, or?
No, I just speak a couple of words.
Okay, great.
And I was in Finland once with my family, like a few years ago, like I don't know how many years ago, but doesn't matter. And I was a huge Finland fan. I learned a few words and it was fun, and I thought everything about Finland was cool. And I've always liked numbers and these things, and so I just thought, oh, this sounds like an awesome name, so I'm gonna choose that.
I see.
And I used that in some online game, and since then I'm not a very creative person with names, so I've just sticked with that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely have, regrets from a YouTube branding point of view of Oregon 111 or whatever. Like in general, like names with numbers aren't very good. And yeah, actually, when I was just trying to search for your channel, like I couldn't remember how to spell it or whatever because it's a weird word. But it's definitely distinctive. And so, yeah, it was definitely one of those names that stuck around, and perhaps that's one of the reasons that I recognized, ooh, I did not realize this. Is that an item on the map right now? I don't think it is. There is a, what you'd usually find is like a desert shrub here in the mega taiga among the ferns. And ferns and the dead shrub are actually
true. I see one too,
some of the new items. They don't happen to appear on our randomized map. And in fact, I passed so many vines I can't even count that I forgot to pick up along the way. But yeah, I didn't realize that those grew in this biome. And so that actually makes them easier to obtain than I thought that they were going to be.
Yeah.
So I'm learning. We're getting some useful testing out of this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead, since I'm talking about it, let's go ahead and grab the vine. And yeah, for the people who are wondering what's going on in my head, the answer is very little. I actually do have a plan to get the lapis and the rail, because I believe that'll finish off my card. But I seem to be gaining a bunch of other things along the way. Oh dear, and you're about to get the book. I didn't even notice. I just updated the card.
Yes.
All right, do I have another possibility that's opened up to me? I do not. Oh, here's Ravine. Okay, maybe I'll find the lapis down here.
Brian?
Uh-oh.
Yeah?
I don't have time. Is that what you're going to tell me?
Did you want to say something? No.
Oh, no. I thought you were gonna.
Brian, let's not tell anyone that I didn't even see that with the book, all right?
Oh, I see. So what
So
you're
yeah,
saying is I should be quiet because I'm giving away useful strategy. Okay.
it's not what I said. No. All
All
right.
right.
So
It looks like there might be a cave down here. Please. That goes to lapis. I could use some lapis. Oh, there's an abandoned mine shaft. I might find some lapis down here.
I heard that there is no lapis in an abandoned mine shafts in 1.8. So no. Another thing that I see you saying and a lot of other people is, "Let's cook this iron." Is that how you actually say it, or in
I
English?
mean, there's cook, there's smelt, there's, I don't know, like you use the same tool in this game
Yeah,
to do things to iron that you would do with food. And
yeah,
so, yeah, it's a furnace or an oven or, whatever you want to call it. And I don't know. Um, as someone who has never tried to smelt iron in real life,
yeah.
I definitely don't know.
How
Yeah,
different, how it
what
works.
you would
Yeah.
normally say.
Mm,
And so, yeah, I can imagine. Oh dear, I might die. I might die. Oh my gosh. Zombies sneaking up on me, and I got stuck in a cobweb. All right,
zombies are very dangerous, kind of.
that's
If
how
you
I
don't have a lot of
feel.
armor.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. All right, there's a zombie dungeon here, and so that's probably part of the reason. Um, and all right, I should go after one of the items that I just said that I was going to try to get because I just found a bunch of iron. I stopped to
I
smelt
just,
or cook my iron, and then I opened the dungeon chest, and there was a ton of iron here, so
yeah.
I didn't really need to.
And I found another thing that I needed, and now I just need to find something that makes a sound that a lot of people get annoyed by when they play Minecraft. I didn't say anything. Um,
All right.
I found some in the. Was it before I died or was it in the last match? I don't even remember.
That's another thing. Yeah, when you play matches back to back. Okay. Oh, I could now win with a compass. Do I have the
Nope.
materials for a compass? I almost do. I'm about to.
Come on. Come on. Come
Look
on.
out, world.
Oh.
I just, since we were talking about the book, decided to go and look and discovered that I had the tools for that. And now with
All
the
right.
iron, was able to make that 33 minutes, 18 seconds. How close are you? Let's see.
Yeah, I have the reeds or sugar canes and
You just need those
there's a
cows.
witch, oh, two witches, a spider, and a skeleton, and a zombie, and
Oh, right. It's after 30 minutes. It's nighttime
hmm?
again. Now that I'm
Yeah.
down in the mine.
Oh, you were down underground, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that in a relatively short amount of time.
All
It's
right.
really kind of weird. Sometimes you encounter like tons of cows, and sometimes you encounter no
Right.
cows.
Yep. That is definitely the case. And yeah, all right. Well, in case you don't find it in the next little bit, and we
Yeah.
end up ending the video, if people want to find you on YouTube, where would they do so?
They would find me on youtube.com/LZmiljoona with J. Miljoona is how you would pronounce it in English.
Right. LZmiljoona. Is that what it
Exactly.
is?
Like
Right. And yeah, obviously there'll be a
this
link in the description of my video.
without the plus.
There
Yeah,
we go. Very
without the
nice.
plus though. Yeah.
Without the plus.
Yeah. And people normally I'm better at Minecraft. I promise.
Oh yeah, and I
Yeah.
forgot about the fact that the name has also been on the scoreboard for the entire video.
Oh, all right.
You
Yeah.
you are one of the smart people who at least has their YouTube name is also their Minecraft name. Like I have 2 accounts and neither of them,
Oh yeah.
neither of my Minecraft accounts are Oregon 111 because
Yeah.
apparently I'm a dope and don't know how to do anything right when it comes to channel branding or something.
Yeah, I just decided to roll with it because I just had it everywhere and then I
Yep.
just used it. Yep.
All right, but thanks for
I'm
playing.
not gonna find a cow. So yeah, thank you very much for having me on.
And yeah, maybe we'll play again sometime.
Yeah, would be cool.
And if
So-
people want to, check out some Minecraft videos or hiking videos or who knows what, they should go check out your channel this month because you have lots of free time.
That's yeah, exactly.
All right.
So, goodbye, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you're having a great
Thanks for
day.
watching.